What's up, everybody? What's up? Welcome back to On the Warpath. Sanchez 405 with you. And if you make sure if you're new to the channel, make sure you click that subscribe button, hit the bell so you get notifications anytime there's new content posted. And as always, like, comment, share this video out because y'all know what we do here. We talk Washington Commanders. It's Monday. It's Victory Monday. Happy Victory Monday to all of you all that celebrate this fleeting holiday as our Washington Commanders are back in the win column 42-19 over the hapless Tennessee Titans. And a game that we rushed for over 200 and some odd yards as a team. B-Rob had 103 yards on the ground. Rodriguez added 90-some yards in there. Jayden had 30-some. And McNichols as well added in some yardage there, about 30 yards to boot on the ground. Jayden Daniels looked like himself, looked like the Jayden that we knew from earlier on in the season. He didn't look cold. And this team came out firing. Accounted for 4 touchdowns of Jayden Daniels in the victory over the Tennessee Titans, y'all. And, I sit here and I kind of think about, this was I'm kind of at an inflex point here with this team that I'm excited that we won the game, but yet and still it was against a team, yes, that was below 500. They did come off a victory over the Houston Texans in Houston last week, 32-27. They did turn the ball over 3 times, and they were on an emotional high. And I mean, I didn't think that they were going to beat. I didn't think they were going to come in here and roll up on us or beat us or have another shocking victory. But we look at it. We look at Dallas. We looked at Tennessee. These were 2 division opponents that we played and Tennessee played, right? And both teams going in opposite directions on the season. And what was it? They were both shocked. The teams that were the home teams were shocked by the lesser teams. And, it is what it is and how it happened, though. But I did like how this team did bounce back. They battled back. And that's the plushie because it's a Victory Monday. So make sure if you're new, subscribe, hit that bell notifications. If you're on Twitter or the X or whatever the heck we call this damn thing now, make sure you like it and repost, share it. And also, if you want to come on and talk to me, this time I'm going to do a little different. I've done the hotline for a while. I think I'm going to put the link in here today. So if you want to come on and chit chat, I'm going to put the link in the description, in the comments, so y'all can come on here, post it. You got to show your face. That's the only thing, because we don't want nothing stupid going on there. But that is the link to the StreamYard, and y'all make sure y'all can come in here. I haven't done that in a while, but hey, you know what? I think it's time to kind of go back to that, and appreciate that. But let's take a look at some of these early stats. Well, not early stats. They're old stats then. But let's take a look at the stats, and you can hear the little guy in the background too. He's finishing up his dinner and he's excited. He had some chicken and macaroni and cheese and broccoli, had all them greens up in there. So, he's going to be feeling a little regular after that. Exciting, right? Let's take a look at the stats. What? Where's my stat book? I want the game book. Oh, that's right. I went to the game center. I want the game book. Here we go. So let's take a look at it. Only players that did not play. What's up? Felt good, yes. And now, oh no. Well, happy birthday to your dad, though, Nicole. I know that was a big win for him. So glad he got the happy birthday there. Let's see here. Let's take a look at some of these stats. So let's go. Let's start with the stats. Jayden, 25 of 30, 206. He was sacked 2 times for 10 yards, 3 touchdowns, threw an interception. It was an overthrow. to Zach Ertz, and that's okay. It's okay. Quarterbacks want to overthrow the ball every once in a while, but he looks like he honed in there. We talked about Terry had caught his career high for a single season. He's got 9 touchdowns on regular. He's probably, barring injury, knock on wood, that he will most likely be in double-digit touchdowns for the first time in his career. Uh, that's a plus. And somebody that has not had a quarterback that was worth to clean his cleats. And yes, I'm talking about Taylor Heineke. I'm talking about Sam Howell. I'm talking about Carson Wentz, Kyle Allen, Dwayne Haskins, God rest his soul. I mean, the only one you could really say Alex Smith, and Alex Smith looked like he was a battlefield victim at that point. But Terry McLaurin doing some good things this year. Had 8 receptions, 8 targets. They got him. They moved him around. The ironic, you can't tell me that these coaches don't listen to the media and they don't read the social media. I think they all got burner accounts and everything like that. And the fact that Cliff switched him to right to left, and all this stuff, and I think they said that that was the highest he had been on the right side all season long was in this game. So, we kind of know what we're talking about, right? People know what they're talking about there. But 73 yards, 8 receptions, 2 touchdowns, 2 nice touchdowns too. Steve, what's up? Hail to the Commanders. I hear you, Steve. Super Bowl hero, yeah, Steve. I know he's trolling me. That's funny though. That's funny. I hear you, buddy. I don't know. We might be a little ways off from the Super Bowl, but looking at De'Ami Brown, I thought had a good game too. He was one of my things I like. Let's just dive into what I liked, what I didn't like. So we'll talk about it. It's a lot of things to like here. Talk about Jayden Daniels, right? 4 touchdowns and over 240 yards, about 240 yards all purpose, 25 of 30. So he was accurate, 3 touchdowns. Did have the interception. That's going to be something I'll talk about later. I thought he looked poised. He looked calm. He looked quicker. He looked the fastest that we've probably seen him since the time changeover, since daylight savings time. So that was a plus. I think he's gotten himself. People, they had that Bo Nix taste in their mouth, and now you can kind of wash it out, spit it out. Now, depending he plays on Monday night, either way, we'll see what he can do. You can see the cat in the background too. Him and Terry, I like Terry. Talked about it. 73 yards receiving, 2 touchdowns for McLaurin. And thank God his Ohio State Buckeyes lost. Shout out to Mike Sammers still. He's on something I like, and not just on the field, but off the field as well. De'Ami, I thought De'Ami was used sporadically, but he made the most of his opportunities. He averaged 8 yards per catch. He was targeted 5 times, 4 receptions, 35 yards, had a long of 13. When I see him getting used like this, it just makes you wonder what the hell was Ron Rivera and them thinking. Like they were trying to do the square peg round hole type deal, and it just didn't work. And he's out here. I mean, he's a contributor. He's not like he's probably the fourth contributor, maybe 5th contributor on the as an offensive weapon, but still they're using him, using his speed to advantage, and that's kudos to Cliff Kingsbury and company. Zach Ertz had another good game. He had 3 receptions, 35 yards. He had that touchdown in the second half. Noah Brown, 3 receptions, 27 yards. Not a great day by him, but you know what? He caught almost everything that was towards him. Olamide Zaccheaus as well. Luke McCaffrey had 2 catches. I thought the weapons did good. B-Rob, another thing I like. I love B-Rob in his return, that 40-yard touchdown run. I think on the ground. Is that his longest, or that might be his second longest run of the season? His longest scoring run of the season, but 40 yards there, and he just hit that, went off the right guard, and that was what that counter play that they ran. Oh my gosh, you talk about power, man. I mean, he hit the hole, and then he ran and just full steam ahead. He looked healthy. Him and Jayden looked healthy, and I mean, we've had this debate: was Jayden healthy these last 3 games? We don't know. It's like, how many licks does it take to get to the middle of a Tootsie Pop? The world may never know, right? Uh, but I thought he had a hell of a game, and they did not. He had 16 carries, 103 yards. His second or third time he's at 100 yards on the ground. Chris Rodriguez, he got cut, comes back out of necessity, 94 yards. I wish he had got 194 yards, averaged about 7 yards per carry and a touchdown in the victory. And that's the one thing Paulie said this too. Why do we wait so long to get Chris Rodriguez involved in it? It's like he comes in here and he's like the closer, like it's baseball or something. And if we, sometimes you got to throw your clothes out there earlier. But I thought he ran physical. He hit them holes. He hit between the center and the guard, and had some good runs there, man. But on offense, I liked how the offensive line played. They did give up 2 sacks, but you didn't hear Brandon Coleman's name. You didn't hear Cornelius Lucas's name either. Lucas played for Wiley. He played a good game, and it was galore for him, man. I thought the Big Uglies up front did a great job for this offense and Cliff Kingsbury. Like, everybody seemed to respond. They talked about Bobby Wagner and what he did in addressing the team at the beginning of the week. And I mean, hey, it worked. I mean, sometimes you got to have that. You got to have the old man in the room who doesn't talk so much, but he leads by action. And that's a plus. That's a positive, right? Oh yeah, and on offense, Zach Ertz, 50th career touchdown reception. Good for you, Zach. Good for you. Let's take a look at the defense, though. What I liked on defense. Oh yeah, third down efficiency, 9 of 14, 64%. We like that, right? We like it. That hot start we had, 21 unanswered points, where our first 4 drives really ended in scoring, ended in scores. I love it. I loved it. I mean, I didn't know who the hell I was watching. I thought maybe we were watching Pittsburgh or something because of the black uniforms. Also, what I like, 2-0 in the black uniforms this year. Good on that one. But yeah, I mean, 2 fumbles for Tennessee, ended in scoring drives for Washington. We did not start in our own territory until the 23-second mark of the first half. We only had 3 drives that began in Washington territory. That's that's another thing I like. And that's more or less to Tennessee's ineptitude. But is what it is. Excuse me. No, I lied. I apologize. I apologize. That's not right. Ended in Tennessee territory. We only had 3 drives. We only had, of our 12 drives, 9 of them ended in Tennessee territory. There you go. Why was Big Phil a healthy scratch? Out of competition, according to Dan Quinn. Means his ass is on the chopping block. That's what that was kind of conveniently, if you read in between the lines, right? He was saying, out of competition, Carl Davis had been playing. I'm like, bro, we didn't seen this before. That's a very professional answer for saying his ass is grass. I don't know, but that's why. Brother Graves, what's up? I thought it was a mistake to release C Rob because nobody else backs up B Rob as well as he does. We better keep him on the active roster down or we'll lose him. Yeah, I think they signed it when they cut him. They signed him back to the active roster because somebody's spot. Whose spot did he take? Because would they send him back on Wednesday or something like that? Because he cleared waivers. He's got that Ron Rivera draft stench still on him from last year, which is crazy. Y'all realize we only have two guys from that draft class last year on the team now that Mr. Feed the Children is no longer in Washington. What is it? It's Rodriguez and Quan Martin. Quan, I thought before he got hurt, he took an ugly dive down there. I don't remember who lowered the boom on him. It was Taj. It was not Taj Boyd, but it was Tyler Boyd who lowered the shoulder on him, and he fell violently on that right shoulder that he already had in the sling. But I think he was all right after that. And that's another thing we didn't leave with any major injuries. Knock on wood. Yeah, but I mean, see, Rod, I thought he played well. You remember last year against the Jets? I thought he ran hard in that game, and the opportunities that he's gotten against the Giants this year, he played hard, and this game too, he's played hard as well. So he deserves opportunities. He deserves it. I think Gonzalez might have, but they added him from the practice squad, so it don't matter. Forbes didn't even know he had a roster spot still. Defense, what they like on defense? Frankie Louvu. That's just already an obvious thing, right? It's Frankie Louvu, how Frankie plays, how aggressive he plays. He plays like a madman. Um, I mean, you can't really. He was aggressive as hell as usual. I think he had a sack in there. Should have probably had two. Let's see here. Who else on the defense? I thought Benjamin St. Juice played well. We didn't hear his name. Right. Right. Yeah, we didn't hear Benjamin St. Juice's name. I thought Igbenogany played okay at times. I think he did have a penalty or something. But and then Sammer still, Boski said it. Sammer still played well. He got beat a couple of times, but it's like I say, you're gonna get beat every time. That's the one thing that I have a problem with this fan base is that anytime somebody makes a mistake, it's the end of the world. Like if it's one mistake, it's the end of the world. Like a dude can't get beat, a receiver can't drop a ball. Yeah, I get it. If they drop one ball, yeah, yeah, okay. Let's just say chop it. Now they drop a 2-3. Now if they look like Calvin Ridley was for the Titans, yeah, we got problems. But the sky ain't falling. The sky wasn't falling with some of these guys. But yeah, Benjamin St. Juice played a good game. Maybe because they cut Emmanuel Forbes. He's a first round draft pick. Damn it. I may be on the chopping block, and obviously, if he didn't know that, maybe they had to translate that in the Canadian format. He's like, you're going to get cut there, son, if you don't start covering the wide receivers and stop getting beat like a can of mom's maple syrup, But yeah, it is what it is. But I like what they did there. Bobby Wagner got his 100th tackle, and it was his 13th consecutive season, just behind one other man with 100 tackles in as many consecutive seasons. London Fletcher. I like the trend there. He's about the age London was when he came to Washington. So he's good there. He's a leader. He spoke up. Dan Quinn gave them both game balls. Let's see here. What else did I like? I mean, I like that they made Will Levis feel uncomfortable at times. He looked like his helmet mayonnaise was sour, so maybe he didn't. Maybe they just put like, or maybe it was Duke's mayo because I don't know. In Lexington, Kentucky, do they have? They probably do Hellman's up there. So they probably put like Duke mayonnaise packets in the locker room for him, and it just screwed with his Juju Magumbo there. He didn't throw any picks, but he felt that Washington defense all season long, all afternoon. I mean, he made some hell of throws too. Let's see here. Cleveland Farrell, Deron Payne, they both had half a sacks. And then Frankie Louvu had a sack as well. So sacked him twice. Why do we feel like Fowler had a couple of tackles for losses? He had one tackle for loss. I think one was on like a quarterback, a design run, and people thought it was a sack, but they weren't going to credit that as a sack. But I like what Jeremy Chin did outside of that pass interference he had. So yeah, kudos there. And the special teams coverage team. Okay, all right. Okay, could do a little bit better. But let's talk about what we didn't like. And the first on the list is the guy who has a good first name, but it's terrible last name. Zane Gonzalez, man, missed 2 field goals. I know they were long field goals, but you got to split at least one of those. One was 46 and one was let's see here. Let's see here. He missed a 46-yarder wide right and then a 52-yarder wide right. Nick Folk's old, out of shape ass Nick Folk looked like me kicking the ball. I mean, he couldn't even the pads and everything. He was like, people who were hollering for Zane Gonzalez over Seibert. We still don't have a kicker. And Seibert on IR, so we won't have him. That's what y'all get. That's what we get. That's what we get when we start. We don't let people work out of their problems. But I do like how we went. They're like, we have signed Zane Gonzalez to our active roster today. That came out today. So that was that was funny. That was hilarious. Let's see here. Let's see shout outs. Oh. Let's see. Mikey, nice to yep. Marcus Purnell, what's up, brother? Big up. How you doing, bro? How's it down there in Georgia? 25 didn't get it. That's true. My sky is falling. Oh gosh. Tony says, thank you, God. The Commanders finally smoked the Titans up. Tighten up. Tighten up. My buddy, he does a radio show down here. Well, in Northeast Tennessee. I live in Virginia, so like we're right on the border. But he has Mike Keith on, who is the radio voice of the Tennessee Titans. And Mike Keith was so beside himself. They and a whole lot of horrible. They felt like Will Levis didn't do a bad job, which I don't think he did a terrible job either. But he's just not good enough. That's the difference is like he's Sam Howell. Yeah, he might be a good backup. He can hold your clipboard and everything like that. I've told y'all this. I've been on record. He didn't impress me at Tennessee. I mean, at Kentucky when he was a quarterback there because, we get SEC games out here all the time. And he didn't impress me. Then he doesn't impress me now. So, and you would think that Mike Keith would have told somebody because he's a Tennessee grad and a Tennessee fan, like, and maybe fellas, we shouldn't draft this guy. Y'all shouldn't draft Will Levis. And what was he? He was their day 2 pick, high day 2 pick in there. But yeah, we tightened up on him. Who do you got tonight? Let's go with Famous Jameis. Let's go Famous Jameis. He said they're coming off that game where they played in snow. They had an extra day outside of their elongated bye. I'll go Famous Jameis and the Browns. Might be Wagner's last year. Never know. Never know. If he think we building something, he might be here again next year. Don't know. 7 Hills Loft, what's up? Salute Sanchez. Hail to the Redskins. Hail to the Commanders. Yes, sir. BSG needs to hit north and get ready to try to help the Toronto Argonauts win the Grey Cup again next season. Do they even want him? Who's the head coach at the Argonauts? Is that Mark Trestman? Or serious question: is Payne worth the pay moving forward? I mean, we haven't heard his name on the stat sheet in a while. He had that half a sack today. He had a sack last week against Dallas, but that was really because Cooper Rush needed to kill the clock. So he slid. It was basically like Michael Strahan's record against Brett Favre, right? I don't know. To be determined. To be determined on Daron Payne. I know he's facing some double teams. Still should be doing better for what he gets paid for. Y'all got to think about it too this way. This is the first time in his career that he's not Robin, right? He's not Robin. He's turned into Batman. John Allen was Batman, and Daron Payne was Robin. So he's learning. He's learning how to be Batman now. And he's got little Alfred the Butlers and Robins and Nighthawks and everything like that. So we'll see. Brown, Nicole said we need a kicker. Gets Albert back kicking balls at Tress to get his mindset right. Marcus, what's going on? What's going on? Let's see. James is definitely the people saying yes, he is. I don't know how you can't. Hold on, y'all. Yes. I'm on live right now.
Oh, shit. I ain't know. Oh, dang. morning after?
Monday after.
Okay. My fault, man. I'm a little irritated, Daisy. I didn't know.
You mean I'm being irritated? You know I do this every Monday.
We didn't do it last Monday.
Yeah, I did do it last Monday. It was late.
Okay. You want to send the link?
You want the link?
If you're going to send the link.
I'll send the link if you want the link.
But how long are you going to be on?
I'll be on for a little while.
All right.
Okay. You good?
Okay.
All right. Okay. Oh God, we'll have Polly on here in a minute. Oh Jesus, he knows I did. You gotta love Polly. I'm like, yo, bro, what you doing? He like, what up, man? Like, bro, I'm doing the street right now. I answer because it's Polly half the time. Every damn Monday. Like, it's every Monday. No video. Wow, black. Huh? What are you talking about, JQ? No video? Wow, black? What? I don't know what you're talking about. What? Elaborate, sir. I was here. Oh, God. Here you go. Yeah, you got to. You got to answer your phone. So you never know. There might be Jesus calling. It wasn't Paul. It was Paulie, but it wasn't Jesus. But you never know. Our kickers are fine before the game. They are. Let's see here. Hail to the W. That's right. 7 every Monday. Big ups. LOL. You good? We see you. Rufio. What's up, bro? Why couldn't we play like this the past 4? Hell, why couldn't we play like this last week? Oh my God. But oh gosh. we could play like I don't know. Especially why couldn't we play like this last week? Man, I was sick to my stomach all last week. I was just disgusted, but Yeah, it was a shock to the system. Yeah, it definitely was. I'm glad it's the app tripping. I refresh that thing, bro. Graves, there was a time that um, on Thanksgiving last year, they called these people called me and right during the streams, right before the Cowboys and Commanders kicked off, and dispatcher was. I said, "Bro, do you have a job? Where's your like? Do something more respectable with your career than spam." It was some guy from the brown countries, and in an earlier time zone than us, and he was selling American Solar. I'm like, bro, I was like, bro, why are you calling? It's Thanksgiving. Did they not tell you all this? Like, what are we doing? Let's see, I see. Okay, and we make Cooper look like Brady. Yep, yep. No pressure, no pressure. Hell, we had black field goals. It was the best, worst special teams day that we've had in a long time. Yeah, Marcus said Michael Parsons allegedly told Jalen, if y'all come out and play y'all's game, you can be a problem. Tennessee found that out, right? Tennessee found out that we can be a problem. I mean, and the officials are starting to love us a little bit more now, aren't they? What do we have? How many penalties do we have? I want to take a look at our penalties. Penalties. We had 7 penalties compared to the 12, but we had more yardage though. Um, Compared to the 12. Oh no, we didn't. We were 7 of 65. They were 12 of 93. They fumbled the ball away 2 times. They fumbled it 3 times, and it was covered twice by us too. It's plus. It's plus. But yeah, I mean, if we play our game, we can be dangerous, man, for real. Um, yeah, for 267 yards on the ground, 45 rushes, about five. That was about 6 yards per carry. And y'all know if you do simple math, if it's 1st and 10, you're gaining a first down on every second run. I think if Wiley ain't healthy, keep him there. Keep him there. But if you feel like Wiley is your best right tackle, then wait till he gets healthy and then you put him back out there. But right now, Lucas is the hot hand. I mean, I love Brandon Coleman. We didn't hear Brandon Coleman's name at all. We did not hear him at all. And I think he played a pretty damn good game. I haven't looked at the um, Pro Football Focus stuff, but we can take a look at that too. They got a big sale if you want to buy it, 35% off on Cyber Monday. I send the man the link, and he don't respond. I ain't link sent. I gotta make sure I gotta remind him. Our right tackle jumped early 2 or 3 times without any penalties. Lucas did get away with a few false starts, though. He must be watching more of Moses' tapes. Such a hater. Hey, it's not false start if we don't call it right. And that's one of the best crews. That Ron Torbert's crew is one of the best. So if they didn't give a damn about it, why should we? But the one thing I did that it Cosme though, what Cosme had a hold or something on him. What did Cosme get penalized for? I was like, damn it, Cosme. Let me see. We can find. I can find it here. Okay, Cosme. I'm gonna find this one, Cosme. Morgan Moses. My favorite one of Morgan Moses was against the 49ers back in 2019, right? And everybody jumped and everybody went and he just stayed there the whole time in position. That's classic Morgan Moses. I couldn't believe it. Let's see. Hopefully, Cliff has found the formula to win and sticks with it the rest of the season. Physical running game and get the ball to Terry consistently. Unnecessary wrestling. That's what it was. Yeah, yeah. That's what it was. I knew it was something crazy, but Cosme, he's always good for a penalty, man. He's probably your best offensive lineman, but he is always good for a penalty. And then that led to a score, I think. It lead to a score with them. No, it didn't lead to a score. How did it lead to a score? Because on offense. No. Oh, well. Ladies and gentlemen, finally, after 3,000 years, he's free. Paulie.
Hell to the W, man.
Okay. We got a couple things to talk about first. How long have
Yes.
how long have I been doing this?
Man.
For a while, right?
Yeah, man. I remember your first one.
How many
First
how many
one was
times
straight
on
out.
Monday? How many
First
times
one
on
was straight out of his Good Times projects.
shit?
I think you had a floppy disk
Shit.
on your computer.
Point being, you know I do this on Mondays around the hours of 6 and 7.
Now last week.
And I told you it was going to be late. Now,
last week, man. Man, you already know me. How long I've been doing this?
Uncoachable.
Exactly,
Uncoachable, man.
I have talked to you and literally forgot every word you said within 5 minutes on a time. I've talked to you at 6 o'clock and you say, yeah, I'm going to go on about 30. And I literally forgot what you said in them 30 minutes.
Jeez. That's why I said I sent that link to you and I said, I need to text him and make sure he has the link.
Right. I almost just did it. I'm like, you know me, man. You know my brain be everywhere, bro.
Phew. You gotta basically get off that. Gotta get off that shit.
It's called organized confusion.
I call it chaos. Yeah, sure.
Organized confusion, man.
Grave says you got to show respect. Paulie originated the phrase "Hail to the W," so respect our pioneers. I'm respecting our pioneers, but I'm just like our pioneers.
No, you don't. No, you don't. Hey, look,
yes, I do.
He's giving y'all the nice version of how he treats me on a normal phone call.
Bullshit! Don't start that. No, bullshit! Don't do that. No, no.
Believe that.
No, because half the time.
Are you ready? It's time for checks and balances. What I'm on the show. It's the checks and balances segment.
Why are you acting like Reggie Warrington up in Nutty Professor? It's time to attack Black. Time to karate. Oh God, no, Paulie. No, I'm his personal fact checker. That's what it is. So he don't go on places saying something crazy half the time because
it's not Google, it's Kugel.
Yeah, that sounds nasty when you say it like that. Though
It's Kugel.
I got the Kugel. I got to get the Kugel button. Man, we look good yesterday. We look good. Look good.
Looked okay.
Ran the ball. We looked okay. Oh,
ran the ball.
Ran the ball.
Ran the ball.
Yeah.
That was the most impressive part, was our offensive line versus their defensive line. Because they got some good, solid players on that side of the ball. So it's good to see us move people out of their way against their will.
Yeah. But this is a team that was what they were second in total defense. Is that right?
What I say about Lucas, I said if Wiley ain't playing, I want to see Lucas on the right side. He's one of the best 5.
Well, you think about it,
the best 5.
They listened to a lot of stuff that was out there in the media, right? Everybody said you need to move Terry McLaurin around. They listened, and what they do? They put him on the right side. They put him on the left side. They got him involved.
All right. Hey. I was like to say because I think these things are weeks I say these things weeks in advance. De'Ami Brown. That's what they said. They need to start sending him up the sidelines. You know what I mean? He got the speed. Brown don't have the speed. You gotta get him to rock more, man. He's been the best screen receiver all year.
Noah doesn't have the speed.
Yeah, Noah doesn't.
Yeah. Right.
He's been the best screen receiver all year, De'Ami.
Mm-hmm. And him and Jayden just couldn't hook up. And he would have scored on that. He ran like a little 9 route there.
Not outside of knowing what the coaches know, like what's supposed to happen on particular plays. I've only could say I've seen De'Ami have one mistake this year, and that was the touchdown he dropped.
Okay. Oh yeah, in the back of the end against Pittsburgh.
Right. Other than that, he's taking advantage of his opportunities. What was the one game he caught the little crossing route? It was like 3rd and 17 or something. He picked up the first down. Getting one dude to stiff arm, cut it back up for like 20 yards. It was on the 3rd. It was 3rd and long.
It wasn't. Was that Carolina?
I don't know what game it was. I can't remember. But like I said, he's taking advantage of his opportunities outside of that drop in the back of the end zone.
Let's see, De'Ami. Let's go and look at. And De'Ami, for the first time in his career, has 200 yards receiving in the NFL season. He has
players like De'Ami and Chris Rodriguez. You know what it is. Quan Martin. You know what? No, he was a star. But players like De'Ami and Chris Rodriguez, you know what it is, man. You know, they already got 2 strikes against them.
Yep.
You know,
Ron Rivera draft picks.
They Ron Rivera draft picks, bro. They they got to get that. They got to exercise the demon out of them.
Yeah, he had. Here, I'm gonna give you some numbers. He has a career high right now in receptions, yards. Let's see here.
He's had a handful of plays for big chunks that's been called back too. I know he has at least 3. I know he has at least 3 plays, probably 20 yards or more, that's been called back for penalties.
Didn't he have it against Pittsburgh? There was one, remember?
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's probably about 3 plays this year he didn't have called back due to penalties. That was big chunk plays.
Let me see here. De'Ami Brown, looking like Macy Grace. Looking like Macy Gray with the pork chop sideburns. Are you talking about?
Man, It's a 4-game season.
New York, that was the game. That's the game you're talking about.
Giants?
Yeah, against the Giants, the second time around. Yep. Yeah, he had 1 catch that day for 24 yards, and that got us in scoring position because then 2 plays later, Jayden hit Terry on left side.
Right. Right.
Remember that?
Right.
Yeah.
Like I said, man. I know the Senate. I see Senate seem to be on the field a little bit more. You know what I mean?
No.
And you gotta think when you do things like that, especially when it comes to veteran players, they start picking their game up a little more. All of a sudden, Senate getting a little bit more time. All of a sudden, Zach Ertz awakens again. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right.
Brown, Diami get a little bit more time. All of a sudden, Noah Brown was looking consistent again yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see any balls bouncing off his shoulder pads or face masks.
Yeah. Yeah. They played a clean game. And then like you said, we played all right. I think the all right thing is the fact that this was a 3-8 team, though. And then
Right.
also, why didn't you play? And even though we talked about this being in the past, why could you not play like this last week?
Right. I said that this morning on the morning dump. I said the question was the loss to Dallas a blessing in disguise? I'm like, hell no. A loss is. I said that was coming off a 3-game losing streak. I mean, coming off a 2-game losing streak. That's not a blessing when you're doing the same stuff over and over. They should have realized, the stuff they did against Dallas was the same thing they did against Pittsburgh and Philly.
Yeah.
It's not a blessing in disguise. No. They didn't come out with the same energy against Dallas that they had yesterday against Tennessee.
They didn't come out with the same energy against Dallas or Philadelphia or
Pittsburgh.
I'd say in the second half against Pittsburgh, they didn't come out with
that. I'm about to say, to start the second half, they did. No.
Yes.
To start the second half. Those like first 2 to 3 drives they did.
Right.
But they made too many mistakes in the second and them third drives to actually put any points on the board. We moved the ball.
Right.
But
they suffered from cheddar bobitis. They kept on shooting themselves. Shout out 8 Mile. What's the best way to address our kicker dilemma, Mr. Cool? I got one word. Just one word. Competition. You got a bye week. You bring in kickers. You sign Zane Gonzalez to the active roster. But if I'm Dan Quinn and them, I'm bringing in some of the best kickers that that are out there, bringing them in, compete, and whoever is the best one that you think is there, you sign them to your practice squad. You can have Zane Gonzalez there, and then when you come back to practice for New Orleans, you have out of abundance of competition, right? The Fedarian Mathis thing, right? He can be a healthy scratch. So,
hey, damn Dan Snyder. Because if it wasn't for Dan Snyder, we probably still would have Brian McManus. And his name Brian, whatever his name is, McManus. We probably still have McManus.
Yes, Brian McManus, yeah. Competition. That I think that's it's good and bad, like with Phil Mathis, though, right? But I do like the fact that just because where you went to, where you were drafted at, it doesn't matter. He went to Alabama. He was a second-round draft pick. They don't care. They don't care. They felt like Carl Davis had the better week of practice. They said he gonna roll. We're gonna roll with him. Sheldon Day has been out there. Your boy Holmes from the 757 has been out there playing. He's been getting. I've been seeing 96 out there a lot of times as a defensive end. So,
and he's been making plays.
Yeah. Yep.
He's been making plays.
Eric says drop passes, penalties, missed field goal, wasn't aggressive on offensive fourth down. You talking about against Dallas, Eric? I don't think we dropped any passes. I think you're talking about Dallas.
Yeah.
Or maybe Pittsburgh. Yeah, he got to be talking about that. Yeah.
Yeah, you talking about Dallas. Like I
That
said, they didn't come out with the same type of energy and enthusiasm. And it says a lot though, because we talked about Dallas all week, and we, as fans, rivalry week, this and that, this and that. But you could clearly and listen, what, 40, 45, 50 new players? I mean,
mm,
so it's understandable. They didn't have that enthusiasm, and that they didn't have that we want to go beat Dallas's ass like we felt about it. You know what I mean? To them, it was another game on the schedule.
yep.
And I said this, as much as Dallas like to cry about they ain't worrying about us, they don't think about us. They sure do put their best effort to kick our asses when we bad. And when we're supposed to be good, they always show up to try to prove that we ain't that good.
What
You
have
know
I
what I mean?
said? Yeah, what have I said all season long? Um, and I told you this too, because we said, we can't take these guys lightly. I said, who are we? I said, I know we like when we were 74 at the time, right? We 74, but who are we to say this team is a trap game, or to treat this team like they're a trap team or something like that? We haven't earned that right. We haven't earned that right.
I've been saying that every time that has came up this season.
Yeah, that right. We both said that.
Right.
You know how vehemently I have been, like, when we played Cleveland at the beginning of the year, I said, okay, all right, yeah, they might not be good, but who are we to think that we better than them?
Right.
Show me. I'm from Missouri. I'm from the show me state. You got to show me. Be physical. Go out there and take these people, snatch these people's souls. Like you stole a jar of mayonnaise from Will Levis, which really, I wish we could have done a little bit more with Will Levis, and like maybe it forced him to turn the ball over, because they were still, like, people in Tennessee were encouraged by how he played, because his receivers, Calvin Ridley was dropping balls. Wasn't Calvin Ridley the one who got suspended for a year?
Yeah, he's with Jacksonville last year, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
that's why he was dropping them balls. He probably had like he probably had the under on his catch total. I got it now.
I
Okay.
kept thinking the same way. Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah. He had a breakout season last year too. That's the crazy shit about it.
During the losing streak. Okay, yeah. Tommy T, what's up, bro? Appreciate you sharing that on the X too. We ain't nobody yet. There you go. Yeah, I like that. Yet. We ain't nobody yet. We still building. Let's see here. Charles said, glad we're on a bye week so we can enjoy our week off and then get ready for them Saints. Yeah, and that's a thing. Look, that's a team you got to take seriously. I know they down on their luck, but they got the Riz as the head coach down with the young people. That's what they say, the Riz. So
not only that, man. Not only that, New Orleans is always a tough out in New Orleans. No matter how bad they are, they're a tough out in New Orleans.
Yep.
That's what, you know what I mean? That's all, man. Not even that, though, too. I've been saying this today, too. I've been tired of hearing about this bye week from the players and from the coaches.
I'm right there with you.
You know what I mean? So basically, you talking about this bye week so much, like, y'all better come out and beat the Saints next week.
Yeah.
Then what excuse do you have now?
Yep.
I heard Quinn say that today. It's good. Our tank is almost on empty. Okay, so what you saying? You gonna have a full tank when you get back, or you gonna be at 50%, half tank, or 3/4? What are you trying to say? But you keep talking about it so much. When you lose, that's gonna be the first question they say. Well, after the bye week, you said this and said that. I don't want to hear no more about the bye week. As far other than we're on a bye, that's it.
Well, they already said that too. Tell me how important
the bye week is.
But that's the other thing that they said. They said they wanted to get to that mini bye week, right? And then what happened? You came out and played the way you did against Dallas.
Right.
So to me, you said you prepping to get to, like, this ain't like every other job. This ain't like you like we prepping for we prepping for Christmas and we about to be out for 2 weeks and we can just hobble the last week there. No, y'all can't do that because there's no tomorrow. Because you can put yourself in a hole. Think about this too, Paulie. Arizona, Tampa Bay can actually regain ground on you if they win next week. They gain a game,
Like,
so you're a
yeah,
game
you
ahead of
ain't
them,
playing. Yeah,
and then
you ain't
Tam-
playing.
yeah, you ain't played.
Dead
And
man.
then if you lose against New Orleans and they win, boom.
Right. They're gonna gain ground on you because you're not playing. Hey, dead men can't testify.
Well,
You know what I mean?
yeah, you ain't lying.
So yeah, man. Another thing, man, that
Talk
I
to me.
don't like. Another thing I don't like. Yeah, this is for the fans. I ain't really heard the players talk about it yet. This is for the fans, man. Stop tweeting me, but stop tweeting it. You're a real Washington fan. Stop tweeting me or tweeting anybody else about this Pro Bowl vote stuff, man. I care less about a Pro Bowl or Rookie of the Year. I'm about team accolades right now. Team accolades right now. You know what I mean? We got a goal in sight that we
Right.
might can achieve a serious goal for the first time in a long time. You know what I mean? Like we could do some damage. I ain't saying we can go all the way, but all we gotta do is get a ticket.
That's
You know
right.
what I mean? So I don't even care about that Pro Bowl talk is for losers. You know what I mean? You know, we know what that is. We've been crying about it for years. We got a losing record at this point, knowing we ain't gonna see the playoffs. We crying about who should make the Pro Bowl. London Fletcher had a good year. You know what I mean? I don't want to talk about no Pro Bowl votes and no Rookie of the Years. I can care less. I hope Bo Nix go out and throw 5 touchdown passes tonight.
Nah.
Please let Bo Nix win the Rookie of the Year. Let him solidify it tonight, so I ain't got to hear about it no more. I'm trying to be in the dance.
I'm glad
Talk to
I'm
me
glad
about
you're not
that.
using I'm glad you're not using that word on here. Now I'm glad you're not using that. Eric, we don't use that damn word on here. I told you that. I told y'all that. We don't use that word. We don't use that word.
Notice
Lattimore better play versus
I didn't say it, man.
Thank
I
you.
didn't say it.
That this
I
word,
ain't going to say it.
this word, Eric, walking into that would be great. We don't use that word on here.
Right.
We don't use that word on here. Because I said I got sick and tired of during the losing streak. Well, this is I guess we're not gonna make the P word.
Hey,
We're not gonna make the P word.
I,
We're not gonna.
I, right. I worry about getting to extracurricular activities.
Yeah, exactly,
That's a better word
exactly.
for it.
I'm trying to stay after school, right?
Right. I'm trying to
No,
get to some extracurricular
yeah.
activities.
But it's just like everybody's like, I said, y'all realize we in November? How about we win a game? How about we keep on winning games?
Right.
Let's get that competitive edge back to us. Let's stay hungry because this was a team that was hungry before the time changed over. And then we get into daylight savings time. Everybody like, I ain't as hungry anymore. And what happened? You lost 3 in a row because you wasn't hungry.
Right. Right. Hey, right now we got a choice of if we want to stay back after school or not.
That's right. Come
You know
on,
what I
preach
mean?
that.
So let's keep it like that.
My
You know
guy,
what I mean?
Eric.
So let's take it one school week at a time, man.
That's right.
You know what I
Appreciate
mean?
you, Eric.
One school week at a time, man. Because
Yeah.
I don't want to get to the point where my mother tell me I gotta come home when school is over with.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I want to be outside when the lights is off. When the lights come on. That's where I want to be at.
Right.
When the lights are on, I still want to be outside playing.
That's a good one. Exactly. I want to be outside when the lights come on.
That's right.
The rest of them, they going out.
And you know what? If it size up, we might have to handle family business again. We might have to handle.
We might have to. No, we going to have to handle family business.
Yep.
Not even again for the first time. We got,
That's true.
Because 2 family members are on the schedule.
Right.
You know what I mean? They already came over our house and ate up all the hog maw. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
They stayed in the kitchen. Every time I was in the kitchen, they was in the kitchen.
Yeah. Can't
I mean,
stand
we
them.
gotta handle our business for the first time.
In our
Oh,
house. This time they come to our house. We gotta handle that business. Got to handle that business, yes.
but first things first. You know what I mean? We gotta go down there to Mardi Gras.
Eric said,
Go
"My
down
bad. I
there.
knew better."
We got we gotta go down there and collect some beads.
Yep. Yeah. Eric said, "My bad. I knew better. Fan since '76. The Joe Gibbs one game at a time against great team mentality." Yeah, you're right. It's like I like. That's when the Nationals won the World Series. You gotta go 1-0 every day. 1-0 every day.
So,
That's why the Yankees couldn't win anything. They thought they had won the World Series beforehand. I didn't say that out loud. Did I say that? Sorry. One thing.
look, I
What's
don't
up?
even want to talk about any other teams. I
Yeah,
know
I heard that.
I know the teams that sit behind me in class. You know what I mean? I know what their capabilities is. I know what they want.
Let's see here.
And one of them do scare me. But I'm doing my push-ups and eating my vitamins.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Lattimore, after the night, had been the plan because hamstring injuries come. Yeah, Paulie talked about that. Shout out to Freeman Covington the third. He trained fans to stay humble.
That's
Yeah.
fine with me, man. So he said, I'm fine with the Lattimore thing.
Yeah.
I'm glad he brought strung it out. No pun intended.
Pun intended. Yeah.
To the 5 week.
Oh Lord. Hey, I just hope it. I'm just hoping it pay
You don't
off.
want to play around with hammies, man.
Nope.
You don't want to play with hammies, man. I mean, he done missed 4 games with us, right?
Yep.
It's been 4 games, right? Pittsburgh,
Yeah.
Pittsburgh, Philly, Dallas,
yeah.
Tennessee.
Dallas,
4
Tennessee,
games. Yeah. And then he missed. But he missed the previous 2 or 3 with the Saints.
Yeah. So yeah.
Right.
And
right.
Tommy
so,
T
so
said
he had a serious injury there.
Yeah. Tommy T said we doubled our win total from last year. We did. We did double it. We matched Ron Rivera's highest win total, and it's in December. Which this was the craziest ass thing. I had to go back and look at it myself. Do you realize that's the first home win in December since 2017?
In December.
Yes.
In December, yeah. I seen that stat yesterday. It blew my mind.
Now we won games. We've run road games in December, I think, and they said it was the first game we won in December since we beat the Raiders back in 2021.
It was like 09-1 or something like that. 09-1 in December.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, because the last non-loss was that tie at New York.
At the Giants.
Was that in? No, that wasn't in December, was it? That was in the November, right? And you got me looking.
No, they said December.
Let me see here.
I can't remember another tie that late. That Cincinnati tie wasn't that late.
Well, that's probably then. That's right, man.
That was the last tie before the Giants. That Cincinnati game, right?
Yeah. Let me see here. Was that in December? That's probably like the first week in December. Yeah, it was December 4th. So that's 2 years. Yeah. Game we should have won. Then we went on a bye week and then lost to the Giants right after the bye week.
In the same manner we tied with them. And it's crazy that tie felt like a loss. You see what the Giants are doing.
Yeah.
They shut it down. They put Dexter Lawrence down. They shut it down.
They said, Theo Johnson, the tight end too. They said, They said we can't do nothing. Hopefully, Dayball keeps his job though. They shouldn't. They shouldn't. Nah, he need to keep his job.
If Joe Shane, it depends on who they hired. It depends on how late they hire somebody to replace Joe Shane.
Yeah.
One of those two got to go. If not both.
Well, I agree with you, but
they can't come back with the same battery.
John Mara said they're okay. He said that early on. He said that about 2 or 3 weeks ago.
That mean, like I know what that means. That's like
I,
that's like when you that's like when your remote controls start going bad and you open it up and you realize one battery is stronger than the other.
Good God.
But both of them are weak. Which one gotta go first? They
What a
both
great
gotta go.
what a great narrative. If Lattimore plays, yeah, he got to pick off Carr about 3 times. Lattimore just needs some stripper juice on that hamstring. Old grandma recovery recipe for grandpa's good. Damn, that's a good one. Lattimore will show out after the bye in the next few years. We praying. And when did McCaffrey get traded to San Francisco? 2022. He got traded. Yeah, he got traded to them in 2022, I believe.
That's a classic example of compensating for one injury that caused
Mm-hmm.
another.
Yeah, let's see.
That what happens when you have to rehab a major injury during the season. Sometimes you got to save a player from himself.
Grandma and Big Mama mixes up the best remedy. That's right. And it said what part of the season? It was like the middle of the season. It was before the trade deadline. I felt it was. It happened on a Thursday. It was the Thursday night game when New Orleans played Arizona. It was New Orleans and Arizona playing on Thursday night football, and that's when they got traded. That's when he got traded to them.
Who was that?
McCaffrey. I can't remember. Something I can't remember what 3+3 is, and I remember that. That's insane. And let's see here. Yeah, 2022. Because he wound up playing 11 games that year for them. I think Carolina like deactivated him or something before the trade. So it was because he played his first game was a home game against Kansas City. Yeah. And he had about like 50 some all purpose yards. They lost 44-23. Yeah. Let's see here. How about Kyle Shanahan though? Oh, probably on. He's on. Get your co-host that does both, right? But yeah, I mean, I hope Marshawn can go because I think he's gonna, especially in the secondary, especially the receivers that you have to play down the stretch, and you've got, we probably see C.D. Lamb again, um, Drake London, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith's coming back, so we'll pick your poison in that respect, and then. Hell, who does New Orleans even have on the roster anymore? Let me see. Who do the New Orleans Saints have?
Hey, my fault.
Oh, you?
We said Kyle Shanahan.
Yeah. How about Kyle Shanahan?
I mean, let's be honest though, man. We've been watching football a long time, right?
Uh huh.
Usually when teams have the type of off seasons and starts of seasons that the 49ers had,
Mm-hmm.
things like this usually happen, right? You got players holding out. You know what I mean? You get a couple of injuries early on to some key players. You know, things like this usually happen. You're coming off a Super Bowl defeat. You got to pay some players. You can't pay other players. Things like this usually happen when teams start the season out like that.
Oh, I'm just saying the fact that he just looked miserable outside yesterday.
Oh, he looked like his daddy, the baby red lobster.
Yeah. Oh my God! I'm looking at New Orleans right now. You know who their leading receiver is?
Who's that?
I You won't guess who it is.
I
Well,
don't
you
know
might.
because Alavi's hurt, Shahid's hurt. So who is it?
Alvin Kamara,
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
450 yards. Nobody. And the second closest to him is Olave, and then and Olave ain't played in how many games he ain't played in what, like 5-6 weeks.
You know, you know who the Saints are right now?
Who are they?
They last 2 years version of the New York Giants. They
I
got a
see
good
that.
running back, suspect quarterback, and an okay defense. And no
And
and no
Mark
talent at receiver.
and Marquez
Or
Valdez Scantling.
marginal talent at receiver.
Valdez Scantling is their number one target right now.
Hey, he's doing pretty well too. I've noticed
Eight
that, I noticed that
eight
first game when he had a nice touchdown catch. And I was like, he went number one now. I'm like, that's Valdez Scanlon. Or 1 or 11, one of them numbers. But I was just, I know he's over, we're 17, right? With Kansas City.
Yeah, he was in Buffalo this past year. Buffalo said, "It's like, nah, bro,
Goodbye.
you can go. You can see you later." Um, yeah, he played in that win against Atlanta. He had 109 yards, 2 touchdowns, and he's had a touchdown the last 3 games he's appeared in.
Right. You know why? They use him to his strengths. Tell him goes. They're using his speed. Run up the field.
And poor fella, he didn't want to. He was too good to come to Washington, though.
Derek Carr don't like to read defenses, so he'll throw it downfield. He always looking to go downfield.
Derek Carr, the GOAT, man. The GOAT. The Gizzo.
The
Don't
best
hate
car
on him.
quarterback in the family.
That ain't hard. That ain't that hard to do either. That ain't that hard to do.
Yeah, I'm anxious to see Lattimore back there too. I don't need him to be special. I just need him to be solid.
Yep.
You know what I mean? We'll try to, I know he's gonna be all the juice is gonna be flowing for this Saints game. Let's try to, just be you.
Yeah. Don't
Somebody,
overdo.
somebody
Don't
told
overdo it.
I see somebody on social media talking about St. Juice been 3 games in a row. He's been playing pretty well. Get out of here. For 3 games you've been watching. St.
He
Juice
played.
still
He
been
played
St.
his
Juice.
best game. He played his best game
he just
yesterday.
he just having less opportunities to be St. Juice. That's what they have decided on. That David's been playing. They've been giving him less opportunities at being St. Juice. But he's still been being St. Juice.
He played well yesterday. He started yesterday for him.
He started every game.
Let me see. Maybe.
That's what I'm saying.
Let's
You know
see.
when I need St. Juice to play well? When we play teams like the Eagles. You know what I mean?
He did play. He played okay against the Eagles, but he was hurt half that game. That's why he played well.
When we play teams like the Eagles, when we play teams like Atlanta, you know what I mean? When we play teams that actually got receivers that can shake and move and boogie, that's what I need him to be playing well.
Let's see.
That's like my man Mikey got beat yesterday. Okay, it's gonna happen. I ain't never mad if a quarterback getting beat. It's gonna happen. But don't get beat the whole damn day and then start compounding things with penalties and dumb stuff.
And he didn't. He didn't do that. Let me see here. Defense. St. Juice, where are you at? Lord. Yeah, they might deport his ass if he keep on playing the way he plays. Saint
juicy.
Boot, Saint Booty Juiced.
Yeah, like I said, I ain't defending him no more. I'll watch him. I'll see what we got going on with him. But so I
Yeah,
can
you was
see some real
offended.
consistency. I'm glad, like you said, he's playing okay. Because you got to start over.
Yep.
I'm the firm believer of that. So you got to start over. So now, once you're playing okay consistently, now you got to start making plays.
He is tied for, according to Pro Football Focus, he has been the seventh most targeted corner in the NFL, and he has allowed the eighth most receptions in the league. He's a top 10 corner, Paul. Greatest thing is about 25. He still can't catch after all this time in the league, and they have a look. I'm going. That's the one thing I'm going to defend St. Juice on is it don't really matter. You can be a good corner and not not get interceptions. McDuffie that plays for Kansas City's never had an interception, and this dude was I think they voted him as an All Pro. So I mean, that's saying you got to have the good coverage skills. You got good coverage skills on there, but I get where you're coming from, but interception ain't everything. Let me see here. Regular season. Okay, here we go. This is what I was looking at. Really? And they're saying he had one of his worst days. Oh no, this might be one of his better days. One, two. Probably his fourth best day according to Pro Football Focus. Fifth best day of the season. Mm. Give him credit where credit's due, I guess. No, he had one of his worst days. In his defensive grade. Let's see. Yeah. But the reception percentage was this is all Pro Football Focus. That was his best day. Receivers only had 20% on there. He only allowed one reception off of 5 targets. That was his second best day outside of the Carolina game where he didn't allow any receptions, but he wasn't targeted either. So there you go. There's Ben St. Juice. Let's see. Let's look around the NFL here before we wrap this thing up. Broncos got the ball. They got it 1st and 10 at their 37-yard line. Dustin Hopkins, surprise, surprise, missed a field goal wide left.
For the Browns.
Yep.
I knew they was going to be bad when they signed him to a contract extension. I ain't mad at them for signing him to like a 1-year deal. They signed him for like 3 years or something. Like, yeah, we got our kicker. Pro Bowl. We got our kicker.
Yep. He's our guy. Dustin Hopkins. I take him back. I take him back right there.
I'll take my chances. Dustin Hopkins is taking your chances.
I mean, what? Who else you taking chances with?
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying. We taking our chances now. I mean,
Yeah.
it would be the same type of thing. Taking the chance, taking our chances.
Yeah, where's Cade York at when you need him?
What flight is Brendan McManus on?
Oh, yeah, he up there in Green Bay now, so he ain't going nowhere.
That's
I
why
don't
I
think.
seen him, man. I know I've seen him the other day. I think that's the dad right
Yeah, you're
there.
right. You don't listen to anything I say. I done said it like 3 times already.
Yeah, man.
Paula don't pay no attention.
I
He's 10 of 11 right now on field goals. Is better than me. Frost, what's up, bro? What's up? Victory Monday. Victory Monday. Yes, sir. Yeah, McManus, he's missed
right.
one
I
field
don't
goal.
listen.
And it was a 40-yard field goal. It was a yeah,
Yeah.
and that was against Detroit.
Well, but how you feel about this Mathis situation?
I don't care.
I know we
Don't
talked
care.
about it yesterday. But it started making some sense yesterday, though. I mean, today
Yeah.
when I heard Sheen talking,
Mm-hmm.
like I didn't realize that he wasn't really. He hadn't been playing that well the past couple of games, even though he did block that punt. But as far as against the run, he
Mm-hmm.
hasn't really. They said he hasn't been playing well the past couple of games.
I believe I spoke to people in the organization, and they told
Right,
me he
right.
has not been playing well. And
But actually didn't just look up his PFF grades.
oh yeah, well let's look at his PFF grades. We're here too.
So then, but then the point he was making, like, yeah, the man, what, Carl Davis?
Yeah,
If they doing this thing like we got to do a better job against the run, then I can clearly understand it.
Carl Davis sound like a dude that works mall security.
And if they identified him as the weakest link in there, I can understand that.
But Darian Mathis on Pro Football Focus, on the defense as an interior defensive lineman, is ranked 131 out of 131.
Stop it.
Huh?
Stop it.
I ain't said I'm Paulie. He has progressively gotten worse on their grades. He had and remember, he only played in one game in his rookie year. He was at a 64.2. That was from one game. Last year when he came back, he was at 42.7. This year, he is at 32.3. That's his grade.
Stop it.
He is 126 out of 127 in a run defense grade. 29%.
Like I said, he said the past couple of games he ain't been faring too well. Basically, they say his big ass is getting pushed around.
312 pounds of just candy. That's all it is. Sheldon Day,
312 pounds of confusion.
Sheldon Day, who was signed late in the season, has a interior defensive line rating of 48 out of 131.
Now, he's a surprise pickup.
Yeah, 64.
He flashes all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Number 64, right?
Yep, 64.
Yeah, yeah. I say he flashes all the time. So about turn around, he's
Unbelievable.
in the mix.
Yep. Sticks out like a sore thumb. And then let's see here. Johnny Newton, but he's a rookie. He's at 110 out of 131. Lord have mercy.
Now that's a guy that needs a buy.
Yeah.
I can see him having a little rookie wall, especially since he spent most of the offseason rehabbing and not getting ready for the season. There's a difference between in the off season you rehabbing to play for the season, than getting your body right to play for the season. You know what I mean? Training for the season and rehabbing for the season, two different things. He spent a lot of time rehabbing, so he probably can use this little break right here.
Here you go. Carl Davis, right? He got elevated to the active roster. He hadn't played in regular season in 2 years.
Wow. So that tells you a lot how they feel about dun, dun, dun. Another one bites the dust.
And another one. And another one.
Another one bites the dust. Boy, I tell you what, somewhere in the corner of Redskin Park, or excuse me, Commander Facilities, or whatever they call it,
the command
there's
center.
There's a little mouse, and he's hiding, and his name is Martin Mayhew.
Woo!
He ain't trying to. He's with the motto of out of sight, out of mind.
It wasn't me. He's shaggy. He's shaggy right now. It wasn't me.
Right, wasn't me.
I wasn't in the draft room. It wasn't me.
Wasn't me.
I didn't submit the card to him. It wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
I didn't get a manual Forbes to DC. It wasn't
me.
Oh gosh.
I tell you, man. Somewhere around there, Mayhew is hiding.
Would you rather have Cortland Sutton or T. Higgins if you could get them?
Neither one.
Neither one?
Neither one.
You know what? Neither one of them. If you could get them.
Neither one.
Where's Sutton at? Is he still in Cleveland or is he in Denver?
Yeah, Cleveland.
Oh, he's in Denver. He's in Denver. That's right.
He's still in Denver?
Yeah, he's still in Denver. Yeah, I thought he went.
Which one of the receivers they gave up on? That's in Cleveland right now.
Judy.
They gave up Judy. Yeah.
Yeah, Judy. That's
Judy Jesse.
Judy, Judge Judy. Jerry Judy. That's what I got him confused with. Taking Sutton. Jerry Judy, Rudy Tooty. You taking the former Mustang. Let's see. We had a 700. How's he doing this year? Bruce, where were you at yesterday, bro? Where you at? We missed you. We missed you. I need you to jump on Will Levis while he's smiling after being down 28-0. Just watch it. I hear you, bro. I hear you. I hear you. Let's see. I don't know, Frost. It don't matter either one. Yeah, I don't care. I'd probably take something about to be of that age of accountability. So look, is he almost 30, right?
It wasn't me.
It wasn't Mayhew. How they let that brother still darken the doors of that area? Because the only reason why he can darken them doors is the fact that him and Adam Peters work together. And they must have a good working relationship. That's the only reason why I can see that happening. That's the only reason why I can see that working.
Who, Mark Mayhew?
Yeah, because he was with they worked together in San Fran together.
Oh yeah, that's his homie. Mayhew probably showed him the ropes coming up.
Lord have mercy. Hope not to hang himself with it.
You
Whoo.
probably showed him the ropes coming up, man. That's all.
Lord have
Can't
mercy.
be you can't hey can't be mad for looking out for your homie.
True.
Especially when you see that you know who had the power,
Adam say they cool
who
people.
had the final decision.
Who know?
Real easy to see who had the final decision. Because he wanted to tell you on every little video you seen.
Right.
The videos ain't looking too good right now.
No, they're not.
That old Forbes video ain't looking too good. That old Sam Howe video ain't
What
looking
is
too
it?
good.
Anything said. Let's just watch it. I want to see this. I got to see this again. Let me see. Let's go watch this. X.com. Emanuela Forbes. Well, like I said, Mr. Feed the Children, Emmanuel Forbes. He might not have got a fair deal here, but you know it is what it is.
He didn't, bro. Come on, man. Hey, come on, man. You talking about player development malpractice. Now can we agree that he was a reach or where he was taking at? We was at
That's
15.
fair. That's fair. Yeah,
He was a
yeah, yeah.
reach at
15.
15, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, you know when most teams reach on a player, it's usually because it's out of desperation for the position and out of not enough supply for the demand for the position. So you just go ahead and take almost like how he thought the Broncos did with Bo Nix. Most people thought that was a reach where they took them at because they was desperate for a quarterback. And the supply of the first round picks was, most people had them second round, whatever.
Right.
But to start that draft that year, for a long time, most people had Christian Gonzalez as the number one corner. Yeah. And for that man to be right there, I don't care what grades you had on. The reason why you was targeting Forbes is because you didn't think you would have a chance at Christian Gonzalez.
Right.
Because you cannot tell me that Gonzalez was not graded higher than Forbes. For that fact,
Maybe
you
in
can't
most
tell
people.
me Joey Porter wasn't graded higher than Forbes.
Apparently not in Washington's room.
Well, my whole point is, in most people's rooms, it was. Now,
but in the room that mattered,
they reach for him. You bring him in, and then you leave him on the island against a Pro Bowl receiver,
and never coached him up.
Right, as I said, player development malpractice. You leave him on the island not once but twice. Remember, DJ Moore gave him the business the next game. You know what I mean? They ain't do it not once; they did it twice.
Yeah.
And then you immediately sit him on the bench. So, I mean,
but that's what always bothered me, in that first Eagles game last year, and that in that subsequent Bears game, right? Like there was nobody around him to be like, "Hey, this is what you did wrong. This is what you need to do." Like nobody came. Like Jack wasn't there. I don't think the secondaries coach was there. Nothing. Like nobody. He just like literally just sat on the island and stared into the abyss.
Hey, if you're gonna buy a Maserati, and that's what you look at, these type of players are in the first round. When you get receivers and corners, when you draft them first round, they like sports cars, Maserati. You ain't putting regular gas in them cars. You drafted a cornerback, and then you hired a high school guy for his position coach.
Yeah.
You know.
And then
so
and then
like
hell, you had a boy in your backyard, and Deontay Banks too, who went
Deontay
to the
Banks,
Giants.
Joey Porter Jr.
Yeah.
Like these guys was clear. And the thing about him is outside of his length, pause, if you want to say that, he wasn't the type of corner that you was preaching about your previous 3 years. You was always talking about tackling and hard hitting, and you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying? I mean, St. Juice is the type of corner that you always talked about. So
Yeah.
you just fell in love with his highlight film, his pick sixes.
Lord have mercy.
If that's the case, why you cut Jimmy Moreland?
The People's Corner.
People's Corner had a hell of a highlight film.
There you go. Oh, okay, okay,
same
Red.
thing with Jamin Davis. You can say the same thing with Jamin Davis, Jahan Dotson. I mean, Chase Young. I mean, that was total malpractice, mismanagement. You know, clearly he was rushing him back. Clearly he was never 100% after his injury.
Right.
You know, like, so I don't know, man. Hey, that's spilt milk. That's in the past, but
that's right. You can't change it now.
I wish the boy Forbes well, man. I hope he do turn it around, man.
Yeah.
Because he clearly has talent, and he has a good attitude. But clearly that Adams game, that Eagles game, man, he lost it all. They didn't just take.
He got adopted.
Just beat him. They didn't just beat him physically. They beat him mentally. He never recovered from that.
Well, I lied. There, somebody did come and talk to him. Richard Rodgers came and talked to him after this. This is what Emmanuel Forbes is going to be remembered for. Right, I can't play the whole video, but because it's a Fox video. But right there. This is what we'll remember him by.
Right there. He was crushed.
Yep.
Like, I mean, how about get a man some safety help?
Yep.
See, he ain't doing too good.
Look at this. Here, I'm gonna do my own thing. Like, why? Why, boss? Why? Nah. I'm gonna do my own thing. Why? Why, boss? Why? Why they let that? Why they leave Toby on the island like that, boss?
And this is the thing, he still had fight in him. And even in there, he was still competing, man. Dude was just too good for him. He was just too much of a veteran.
He got sunned multiple times. He did. AJ Brown made him cry. Man, I told y'all. I said. We sat here and I talked to Travis about that last year when we played New England. I said he literally. They said rent was due, and then they continued to put the man against the dude that harassed and whooped his ass 4 weeks earlier. Like, it didn't make any sense to me. It never made any sense. Don't forget to vote for Frankie Louvu for Pro Bowl, Paulie, by the way. Paulie ain't having none. Paulie ain't having none of that. He ain't vote for nobody. My God. Jameis Winston is lit, y'all. Lord have mercy, y'all. We gotta wrap this one up. We've been up here for a minute. So we're going. I know Paulie on the phone, so we give him a minute or two. But I can't find that Forbes, that video of Ron Rivera saying Emmanuel Forbes. I wanted to play that just to go out on. Oh, well, we ain't gonna find it. It ain't worth it then. It's crying over spilled milk. Paul, any final word? Final words.
Any final words?
Yeah.
Uh, man, I would say this. Got 4 games left, man. It's a 4-game season now. Coming out of the bye week, let's keep doing fundamental things. Um, I think we need to have that same energy we had to start the season.
Yes.
The type of energy we seen against Tennessee. Because one thing about having that energy is it's almost like in basketball. You can out hustle somebody. You know what I mean? And if you're not overly talented, you got to do all the dirty work and all the little things. So let's
You got
come
to
out with
play
that same
perfect, pretty
energy.
much.
No, not play perfect, but if you play hard and you play fast, it can make up for some mistakes. If you out there playing lethargically, then it just compounds one mistake on top of another. So let's play hard, let's play fast, and we got 4 games, and we 8-5 with 4 games left, and it's a winnable schedule. It's not murderer's row. It's winnable schedule. So let's go out here. I just want to see a maximum effort, man. I don't want us to not make the playoffs because we've been beating ourselves for 4 weeks. You know what I mean?
Pause.
I want the other.
Jeez.
I want the other teams to beat us.
God, Jesus.
If we're going to implode, I want another team to beat us.
My God, Paulie.
And it's going to have to be the offense leading the way, man.
There
You can see no matter how well our defense plays, we don't have the type of defense that can carry the game for 4 quarters.
Jeez.
Defensively.
Yeah.
We can keep you in the game for 4 quarters, but we need the offense to lead the way. So we're going to go as the offense go.
What do we go after in the draft? Secondary. We need secondary or wide receiver.
The what?
Secondary, wide receiver.
What? I don't say that D word.
Oh, the draft? Not yet. Okay, gotcha.
I don't say that D word, man.
Not yet.
See, that's called having PTSD.
That's loser talk.
We condition to talk. We condition to talk like that in December. That's usually what we're talking about in December.
Right. We got party. We're trying to make party plans. We got I don't think JD is a say.
Let's play. If you want to talk about the draft, let's play this game. Who would you like to have? Who would you love to see on your team next year, regardless of the position?
Yeah.
Not what we need, but who would you just love to see?
It's not like that.
I would love to see my guy from Notre Dame, Benjamin Morrison, cornerback.
There you go.
That's who I would like to have.
You just basically answer this question without answering this question. Yeah. Okay. I got you. BPA. That's what we need to do.
No, real talk though, man. 4 games left, man. Let's go. 8-5, 4 games left. 2 of them at home. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's go.
2 of them at home.
2 in a row. The last 4 games, last quarter, fourth quarter. Let's get out of this fourth quarter with a 3-1 mark.
Yeah,
that put us at 11 wins. You know what I mean? Then we can take our chances from there, man.
Yeah.
Let's have some extra school curricular activities.
There you go. All right. We're gonna have extracurricular activities. Mom and them gonna bring the milk and cookies, and we're gonna beat up on some boys. But y'all appreciate y'all coming, hanging out with us. This was a very long after pill. No pause there, but
please hold.
Yeah, please hold. Hello. But for Paulie, Corey.
Just because you turn the volume down doesn't mean you can't hear.
Yeah, that's right. All right, dude. We out of here. Love, peace, and hell. Keep the same damn energy.
Hell to the W, baby.
Somebody play my damn theme music. We out.
Somebody play Corey's damn theme music.